to the end of the week, I suppose, but still have made their way out to the Seoul East Stadium in Sangam. You could come and watch these two titans. That Mantra Q to try to slow up multiple members could get a really big hit onto Mata and Pawn. Realm Warpic coming through. He'll get placed right in range to get on top of Pawn. Flashes away to try to keep himself alive. Mata still trying to sprint his way out. Big equalizer thrown down by Smeb, but everybody's in, and that's going to be first blood going over to Pawn. Comes up with a kill onto Faker, and they fire back with another one. Play comes down, Box not going to connect on the bang. He's still finding kite back. Wolf, however, gets snatched up, dragged in, scores on the way. Could just be another kill coming through. Mata just fearlessly tanking up at the front line, but it costs him his life. They are able to answer one onto Wolf as he goes low, but that is just going to be a turnaround onto Score. Collateral damage from Peanut takes out the Spider.
And that was the sword, but struggled against some of the lower placed teams.
Oh, Faker really far forward. That shock blast comes through, gets a lot of damage, and he throws in the Rune Prison, but here comes Score. Cocoon connects. That's going to be Faker going down. Nice wraparound by Score to come up with the kill. He makes it out with his life, but barely so. But Huni comes in the backside with the TP, jumps in onto Def. Hook not going to connect. Now Huni getting chunked out, still not tanking enough.
Equalizer up.
Will be blocked by Peanut, but does he pay with that one? With his life, looks like the answer is going to be yes. Smeb drops the equalizer, goes in with the Zonias, comes out, should make it out alive. Pawn taking up a couple of these turret shots, will be able to exit around back into the jungle, and Def can finish off the mid. Mata's eating a lot of damage. Now Smeb, all on his lonesome in the river, gets a lot of damage down onto Peanut, goes back in with a Flame Spitter. Doesn't make it into his Zonia as Peanut comes up with a kill with the collateral damage.
This is coming here. They expect KT to be somewhere. This is definitely...
Oh, looking for Peanut. Shock Blast connects. Ace in the hole comes through, and he just gets popped for that redemption. Equalizer. Dredgeline comes through. Flame Spitter coming out. Send out that Dark Passage trying to make
Faker.
Safety, but now Mata comes in. Nice Sonias from Faker to dodge out on that death sentence. Mata gets locked up by the tether from Wolf, and he goes down. The first one that died. Dredgeline in on the depth. He falls low, pops the heal to keep himself alive. In that bottom side of the map, Banner of Command is there as well to really assist with it. The pings are coming through. They identify this, but now Wolf gets caught out in the jungle. He goes down as Smeb claims the kill. Nice pick for KT Rolster, but what can they get off the back? Side Score, lands a Cocoon, Faker gets popped right back up in the last second. One more shot from Pawn will do it. Does he flash forward? Yes, he does. Comes up with the kill. Equalizer thrown down, gets a little bit of damage off of Huni's life bar. He flashes in, helps get the kill onto Mata, and they come up huge as Bang just starts firing away Mystic Shot after Mystic Shot into the faces of KT Rolster, taking out 3-4 members now. As Smeb goes down, Score, the last one alive, and SK Telecom with Peanut here. They can just turn straight over onto that Baron in 34 minutes.
And KT got baited into looking for the fight. Faker lived too long. They got some damage onto Bang, but we got to that point, Achilles. No one can close the distance or make the Ezreal accountable. Fine picking your solo lanes means they had a game plan, but KT have been a bit wishy-washy about hitting win conditions. SKT have got the scaling going. They got a fight going. Now they have a Baron, and now it's 1-3-1 with nobody being able to close the...
KT surrounding your dying body. He will in fact go down, but SKT, they're just going to punish this, so they get rid of the tanky front line, but they're not going to be able to take that inner turret in top. They might just lose an inhibitor. SK Telecom, they're going for the base. Equalizer thrown down by Smith to try to buy some time, but this turret will still fall.
KT are playing two lanes when... SKT are playing two lanes when KT are...
away in time to get away from that Rune Prison, however. Now big flash down for him. Mata getting hooked up by the Dredgeline. He's just going to get popped immediately as Huni comes up with a kill. Might just pay for this one with his life. He's had that Guardian Angel available, but he's able to walk out. Faker pushing forward into the base, looking for depth. Big shot comes through. Over 900 damage connects onto him, and Pawn goes down as Peanut picks up the kill. Smeb, stuck with the Zonias, is able to flash and zip his way out with the scrap shield. But it just looks like this is going to be it for KT Rolster. The Super Creeps getting ready to be coming down through that bottom lane as they knock out the inhibitor. SK Telecom, do they just stick around and go for the finish? Looks like the answer is going to be yes. Nexus turret number 1 goes down. Number 2 to follow very swiftly. Score gets jumped on, gets popped as Faker comes up with yet another kill. They get rid of Smeb. This should be the ace. The dredge line onto Def does connect, and SK Telecom take out KT Rolster in game number 1.
A big statement game for SK Telecom T1. They finally showed against stiff opposition that this lineup can work. No longer were there big issues communicating around Peanut. Everyone played the fact that she has those extra resists, the shielding, risky stuff. But because KT looked at the enemy comp and was like, okay, we can't team fight, they needed to warp the game in some ways. We saw
Rolster Work in school.
I mean, this is the hot esports.
Hightailing their way over here.
It's the hot esports ticket, Achilles. If you got the ticket this one, you are not leaving your seat unaccounted for.
And right on the backside of Faker has that red buff to slow him up. They're going to dash through. Faker does have the flash, but Score is going to cut him off. Pawn getting exhausted now. Score just going to go ahead and flash in. That's going to be the kill. First blood going over to Pawn on Zed.
More and more comfortable.
Well, Faker out of mana, throws the shield on himself, does not have flash. They cut him off at the end of the line. Smeb wraps around from the backside. Last melee hit comes up with the kill. 2 on the board for KT.
A nice roam from Smeb. Pushing in top.
Ash Arrow comes out. Faker still gets clipped. Flash forward from Wolf with the ebb and flow. Comes up with the heal to keep Faker alive, at least for now. Smeb comes into the backside, has the flame spitter, helps take him out as Pawn. Claims the killing blow, and a second one goes over to KT Rolster, taking out Peanut. Doesn't do enough. Actually, does make it out alive, but looks like Huni might not be able to say the same. The red buff slowing him up. Electro Harpoon doesn't connect. Good flash away from Bang at the last second to get out of range of that Ash Arrow.
He's going to walk up.
Could just kill Wolf. Gonna go ahead, jumps in, doesn't even use the death mark, might still have the kill, has to use it right at the last second. Does get it, they're waiting for him to snap back, they're ready for this one. Peanut's got the bush hop, so the flash won't take Pawn far enough away to keep him alive, so he does
exhaust everything he can get. Speaking of Wolf.
Yep, Electro Harpoons with the overheat doing quite a bit of damage. Score comes up with a kill clap. So he might go down. No, the shield comes in. Heal as well from Depth, keeping him alive over the wall. Smeb gets jumped on, throws down the equalizer straight into the zone. Is it enough to keep him alive? Yes, it is. The Ash Arrow comes out, locks up Wolf. He's going to go down. 3 members of SK Telecom just get ripped right off of Summoner's Rift by KT Rolster. And they are just going to be very well could net themselves for that. Faker just trying to spend his time getting some damage in onto the turret. Score goes low, throws up the collateral damage. Bang has the flash away, but Depth follows through with his own. Red carpet laid out by Smeb. Very cheeky by Pawn. Red carpet thrown out for Peanut, getting burned away at. Down to just about half HP. The Leandri's doing so much work. Meanwhile, Smeb juking away from the dredge line. Hootie connects onto the wall. Now Pawn goes down onto Bang. Death marks there, and he gets taken out. Kill coming through for the Zed. A lot of poke eliminated for the side of SK Telecom. They're going to go ahead and work their way right back over to this Baron where they will start it up.
And you see in that fight why it was so important that they took the early objectives, because Orianna is never grouped with a front line in front of her to put the ball, to cancel out the death mark. Faker has been out of position because it's very hard to have position, and we hear an ultimate popped and we see a turn.
Yeah, dredge line coming through. Big
equalizer!
Big shockwave comes through. Faker just absolutely devastates the ranks of KT Rolster. A triple kill for him. Pawn trying to get out with his life, but it just doesn't look very likely. And good God, off the backside of the Baron, SKT blow the game wide open. Hootie, he lands the dredge line. Pawn dead to rights will go down. That's an ace for SK Telecom T1.
That right there is the 4th.
In on to Score. He quick draws in just for the reload, not even trying to get over the wall. Depth gets popped up yet again, has to flash over towards the tier 2. Now they're firing back. Huni gets locked down. The redemption heal comes through, but it's not enough to save his life. Smeb, very long time for that to regen. Peanut getting jumped on. Big flame spitter coming through from Smeb, but they're going to go ahead, turn away, be happy with the turret. Maybe get the inhib if they can. Might be a little bit too risky. Is now Score getting jumped on by Bang, trying to make it out with his life. Pawn coming in to try to back him up. He will die, but Pawn goes in. Deathmark comes down. Can they save his life? He jumps to the back line with the arcane shift. The Deathmark will not kill him. Shockwave connects. Smab very nicely timed Zonius to keep himself alive, but the bullet comes through. Faker, can he follow up with yet another kill? There it is. The auto attack is enough to take out the Rumble. 2 members dead. Pawn effectively out of the fight. SKT.
They turn on to Baron.
I mean, they turn on to Baron. Mata gets caught by that shockwave. They go straight into the zone. He has Peanut getting rooted down. Pawn comes over the wall looking for a kill. Can he find it? Dashes onto Peanut with a death mark in the back line. Looks like he might just get the pop. Heal comes through, but it's just not going to be enough to keep him alive. Line connects onto Pawn. Meanwhile, Faker goes down as Smeb burns right through him. Pawn taking the blast cone for a ride. Will be able to make it out with his life. It's a 2-for-1 pickup in favor of KT. Bang still sort of
trying the Baron.
Is dead for 5 seconds. Won't be able to join in with this one. Redemption coming down to keep KT healthy. When he comes forward, the Baron goes down, goes over to Score. Can they make it out with a buff this time around? We're going to find out. Smeb goes into the zone. He is with a flame spitter up. Get a whole lot of damage done to Huni, but now he's just all on his lonesome, stuck on an island with KT Rolster.
Equalizer back up.
And they cannibalize him. Peanut trying to make it out of here. Dashes in, but he just pays for it with his life. Depth picks up the kill. 2 more members dead on the side of SKT. Push forward, but that will be the inhibitor line broken by KT. They want to just peel out of here. They want to rotate down toward that spot.
Inevitable. This should be turret falling. There it is.
They get it, and they transition that into another inhib. You can see just how much damage Depth is doing every single shot. Redemption thrown down to get the heal. Smeb doesn't gain too much, but Roll the Hunt's enough to zone them back at least for now, but the inhib still falls. Pawn getting the top one down to about half HP, and KT can just start with this full court press. Super Creep's going to be crashing in pretty much every single way. Bang, gets jumped on, takes a lot of damage. Will not go down. The collateral not enough to finish him off. The heal comes through and keep him up.
Eliza just to get Faker away from the turrets. They just want to end this game.
That might just be the end of this one. You can see the first turret goes down. Huni pushing forward, trying to find something. Shockwave comes in, but only finds Score. He gets popped up by the bubble. Pawn going into the back line. Will get his Guardian Angel pop, but he's just keeping the rest of SK Telecom busy while they shatter those Nexus turrets. Now Nexus is exposed. Smeb coming back in with the TP. A couple more shots on that Nexus, and I think they've done it. Here we go. You know, last few kills at the end as they kill Peanut. The Nexus crumbles, and we're going to game 3.
This series is making us believers, first of SK Telecom and their ability in big matches. Peanut
in game 2. Now we get Fakers in game 3. Zed returning to the Rift yet again.
It's gonna be exhausted, have to more, and guess what, LCK fans? You get to see it again on Sunday. So who will fire the first shot? Who will actually go and be the top of the first way from bot lane?
Blank has it. They are still collapsing. Smeb gonna go forward, gets a body slam in on the Blank. He's going low. Score comes up with the first blood. Now Huni in a bad spot. Flashes away.
How
that big shock.
I don't want this. He really wants it.
Lands the Q. The exhaust comes down a slow from the barrel, and that's going to be concussive blows. That's going to be 2 kills picked up. A double kill delayed goes over to Score, and KT just explode onto the Rift for game number 3. Yeah. We've only seen him twice this year, so we haven't even gotten much of a gauge on how much he's improved. Huni, though, in a bad spot, gets knocked back by the explosive cask. He knows he's dead, just wants to get the minions here at the end. We'll be able to soak those up, but hands a 3rd kill over to Score.
I don't know about that flash.
Control ward, flash forward, they knock him back in towards Score.
Not dead yet.
Should be able to close this up. It's going to be the Deathmark coming through from Faker, but he takes too much damage. Deathmark pop will still come up with a kill. Faker makes it out alive. They lose 2 members. Power comes through from Wolf. Can they make it out alive? Slow comes through. They might just have to sacrifice the top catch. And it looks like that might just be the play here. Wolf doing his damnedest, but just nowhere to go. Score still fearlessly.
Still a lot of burst.
Coming through. Fourth one's
he might just kill him.
Can he get the kill to Huni? No, not going to happen. The overheat auto attack's doing too much.
There.
I'll still feel happy about that one. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, it's going to be a bit of a party. This Voyage coming through. Pawn getting exhausted, already down below half HP. Smeb does finish channeling this one. Going to slow up Blank. Wolf tanking up the turret. Glacial Fissure comes through to lock him in. He will die. Smeb trying to chase down onto the rain guard to get a little bit more. But now with Death coming on the sidelines, flashes in for the volley to slow up onto Blank. Cast comes through. It's not enough damage to finish him off yet. Now
it's going to be a turnaround.
Huni. This could be a big fight for SKT. Death getting hit in the backside by the curtain call. 4th shot won't connect, but it doesn't matter because Faker comes up with a kill. Huni.
Poke still a happy spot for KT.
Oh, Score. The sidelines. Deathmark comes through. They pop up Faker. They will find the kill, but the Deathmark will finish off Score in the end. A 1-for-1.
There's a lot of gold on the Faker. They don't have a lot of wave clear outside of him as well.
That's going to be the equalizer thrown down in desperation. Mata gets rooted up, taking a couple turret shots, but overall looks like he may just be okay. Now the curtain call comes through. He's going to be the target as well as Depth. It's going to be Smeb and Pawn trying to take this up. Pawn goes back in, really greedy, really aggressive. The bouncing grenade comes through, chunking them all down so very much. Bang, flashing forward, can't get the last shot. The Deadly Flourish won't connect. Meanwhile, on the backside of the fight, a double kill comes in for Huni. Won't be able to make it a triple side.
Minions are in a really good spot in top and bot lane, all going to be pushing in.
Equalizer comes down, Mata getting chunked down, Faker goes in, Smeb's going to body slam him. Trying to delay him a bit, but he goes into the backside with Mata, but he just gets absolutely destroyed. Score comes up with a kill, but now SKT, they are firing back. Curtain call in onto the Graves. A couple more shots will take him out. They can't find it with a 4th and final. They might still be able to finish him off. Now though, fight breaking out in the mid lane. Depth getting jumped on, going down. By the look of things, Deathmark comes through. Can they finish him off? He's exhausted, and he will fall. That's going to be Bang coming up with the kill.
Backline.
Double kill. And now here comes Faker. Comes up with 1, but he pays for that one with his life as Pawn will barely slink out of this one. But yet again, KT just losing these fights to SK Telecom. Pawn finds an answering kill with a big shock. Half HP. Looks like SKT will go ahead and peel back. Big shock blast comes through. Score goes in the front line. Wolf will get locked up by the Ash Arrow, and he gets deleted. Equalizer comes down, but it's cutting off KT for the rest of their squad, but there's just no way for SKT to pick off those members in the front. So they're just going to go ahead, have to lose Wolf. which probably have to say is the best case scenario.
Do they
for
try
them.
the Baron? They're going to.
They start this one up. They have that double Infernal with the Mountain. Curtain Call comes in as an answer.
There, but much less around Baron.
Oh, they're looking for something.
Big equalizer.
Equalizer comes down. Pawn already down to half HP. Abyssal Voyage coming in for the sidelines with Blank in tow. Death gets locked up immediately. It looks like he's going to fall. Yes, he does. The bot lane of KT wiped off the map. Smeb not able to contribute an ultimate to that. And now with Deft and Mata both gone, SK Telecom are going to set their sights on that line. Baron resets, so just going to be looking for a pick here. All KT make it out of range. Flash forward from Wolf with a tongue lash. Trying to come up with the kill. Smeb goes in, might just be the sacrificial lamb. Pawn comes up with a kill onto Faker, but he will get taken out in the end as Wolf goes forward, finds that killing blow. Smeb does eventually go.
Remember, it's in double Infernal.
Yeah, plus the Mountain Drake. Baron already down
give it up.
Below half HP. They have to get in here. Blank maybe coming up the steal. He's not able to find it. Score gets it, but can they get kills on the backside of this? Redemption coming down, keeping KT alive as best as they possibly can, but Faker already takes out Deft. They already get rid of Mata, the first two to die. Yet again in this fight, Pawn goes down. Score trying to exit on the backside, takes the blast cone for a ride, but he's still getting pinched on by Blank and Wolf. Looks like he will be able
to brute force, and it's on SKT to try and hold.
Shock Blast only connects on the Wolf. Mata's already very close to dead.
Damage.
Throughout the Redemption, Ash Arrow comes through.
Can
They
they get a pick?
Body slam forward. The cast comes through, but it just knocks him away. They can't get on the bang. He's going to open up the curtain call. Big equalizer thrown down. Mata, he's going to be the first one to fall yet again. Heal coming out of Depth, trying to keep them alive. Give them that little burst of
recall.
Speed, but that's going to be Faker just splitting in the bottom lane. And SKT, all they have to do is
Keep
just delay
chasing.
the recalls. It's going to be a body slam back forward from Smeb. Pawn going low. Tries to get onto Blank, but just can't come up with the kill. Bang, finds that one. Finally suffers his first death, but now Score starting to turn things around. Comes up with a double kill. Going to be looking for Huni. Doesn't have the GA quite yet over.
Meanwhile,
can't do anything, but Faker is now splitting in onto the Nexus turret. Score comes up with a triple kill at the end, but Faker is just chipping away at the base.
Two are able to get out, so not quite. It's going to be the hold from KT. Oh boy, this game is so close. Turn it
up. Curtain call comes down. Let's chunk out Mata. The curtain call coming through. Now, just chunking them down. Deft trying to kite back. Trying to get a couple hits in onto Blank, who jumps forward. Big cast comes out. He still has the Guardian Angel keeping alive. Baker goes in the back line, gets popped up immediately by the Glacial Fisher, but Wolf is there for the Devourer to keep him alive. Smeb gets his GA popped. Huni jumping straight in on top of Deft, and that lifesteal is barely enough. It keeps him alive for a couple more seconds, but Faker goes in to finish him off. Comes up with the kill, and it looks like they're winning this quite handily. Score able to fire back, takes one out onto Bang. They lose Smeb in the end. It's going to be 2 kills on the side of each team. Pawn trying to interrupt, but won't be able to find Wolf. He just takes a dive, makes it out of there, but the Super Creeps now.
Baron, so they can have a pretty damn good guess that it's happening.
Yeah. Smeb does have his TP. Do they want to go ahead? Thought maybe they'd try to start that one up.
They also know that Abyssal Voyage is on cooldown.
That's true. Abyssal Voyage is on cooldown, but Huni does have the teleport.
I think they're going to rush it again. They have to.
Yeah, Huni goes in for the recall. The Baron's going low. There's just no way for them to get in there. So Baron does go over to KT, but they need to minimize the losses. They need to make it out of here with their lives. Equalizer is back up for Huni. Where does he want to toss it out? They're all in a choke point. There it is. Perfectly laid down on top of everybody, but Blank already falls. Death gets jumped on. Baker comes up with the kill. They follow over the wall, looking for Smeb, looking for Score. Should be able to take him out. There's no GA available for the Gragas. Fourth and final shot would kill. They don't push him forward, but can't do much to go into the fraud. Big equalizer thrown down yet again by Huni, chunking out the members of KT. Rolster. Redemption does come through, healing them back up the full. Blank almost loses his Guardian Angel, and Huni has to go into the zone.
He's really low.
He'll comes up, cast comes through. Faker has to jump back out, still has GA up. Now Score going low, gets popped. That's going to be Bang coming up with a kill. Can he find more? Smeb has his GA. Pawn goes in big, takes out the Jin. So far, a 1-for-1 exchange, but Blank is going to try to upset that. Goes back in, takes out Mata, but the answer with yet another kill as Smeb gets rid of the Rengar. A 2-for-2, Smeb barely limping out. Looking in from the sidelines, equalizer comes down yet again, Deft down to half HP. Faker goes into the back line, but he gets knocked up immediately. GA will get popped on him. See Deft coming back up from his own Guardian Angel. Blank going in, just trying to take him out. They're able to do so as Bang comes up with the killing blow. That's going to be a second one.
SKT's done it.
Mata goes down the bottom lane of KT, yet again falling. Smeb will get his Guardian Angel popped. He's surrounded by SK Telecom members. He's going to fall. Looks like Pawn will as well Score, the only one to make it out with his life. And SK Telecom still hold on, but they have to answer these Super Creeps. Bang, he's going hunting. Can he find it? Looks like the answer is no.
SKT want to end.
This might just be it. Bang does so much damage to these structures. The Super Creep's still pushing in. The Nexus is exposed, but Wolf is there to manage it. They have so much damage, even with Faker being as low as he is. If Score could get a pop on him, that might be enough to dissuade.
Though. They're not fully committing to ending. Zed's recalling. Game's not over.
Oh, they do go ahead. They peel back. The Baron's up. They have a locked up Baron quite low. He used the collateral damage. Score would have to enter the pit. He's just not there in time.
But he's buying time.
He finds something on
they
the back,
fight.
And he goes for it, trying to look for Huni. The TP coming through from Smav. They jump forward. Mata goes in with the Q, pops up blank with the Glacial Fissure. They come up with a kill. Huni, the Guardian Angel, just one hit from going down, but the Devour is there from Wolf to keep him alive. Mata throwing out the Redemption. A bit of damage now, but he's still relatively healthy on the Gragas. Mata gets popped as GA there to back him up.
For 25.
Bang, throwing up the curtain call, looking for some damage, but he takes a big burst from the shot glass. Has to peel back and cancel the rest of it immediately. The Bang gonna go ahead and peel back. Nexus already taking a little bit of damage, and Huni will get his GA popped. SKT still desperately holding on. Blank is up in 10 seconds. Can they buy enough time? Wolf has the Devour, spits out. That's gonna be Bang going down. Faker going back in, trying to get on top of Score. He pops the GA, but can he do enough? It looks like he will not be able to. Def firing away, but can't get it. Scores here. Can he finish it off? The answer is gonna be no. That's an ace coming through from SK Telecom. It looks so good for KT, but they just cannot finish it off, and that should be SKT winning the game.
What an insane hold from SKT specifically. Buying time for the respawn onto Blank. He gets back in, he runs it down mid. Minions will be coming soon. They still have to play base defense. They can't send everyone to end the game. They're going to send two. Faker's walking up. First respawn is still 20 seconds away. It's Mata. He can buy a bit of time with exhaust. But surely this is it. Surely SKT have done it. This game has seesawed so many times, but they're going to run it. Mata's dead, and I think SKT have won a Titanic series in just the most dramatic fashion possible.
Super creep there to back them up, to tank up the turret shots. They take out both of them. The Nexus is exposed. Mata, if there was anything you could do, I'd be so damn impressed, but it's just hopeless now for KT Rolster. SK Telecom, in such a back and forth third game, are able to come out on top. They win the first telecom war of spring 2017.
The telecom war that everyone around the world waited for.